Hey, this is Kenny for Vox, and today I would like to do a deep dive into the Valvenergy Power Burst. So just like every Valvenergy pedals, this also has a Nutube inside, so it is a tube-driven boost. So the layout is pretty simple on this, as you can see. It's got a single knob that adjusts the amount of boost, and a mini toggle switch that switches from treble, natural, and middle boost. And the signal is the guitar going into the Power Burst into the silk drive at cab mode, going direct into the DAW. I have the silk drive set to real clean, so they could hear what the boost is actually doing. So I have the boost at completely 0, and I'm going to kick it in into natural mode. Dot. So, as it says in the name, it's a very natural boost. It's nice and flat. It just lifts up the volume just a little bit, even at 0. So same boost amount, which is right now 0. I'm going to switch over to the middle. So you can really hear just the highs and the lows just cuts out completely and just focusing on the mid-range. Back to the natural. So the lows and highs are back to real flat. Now let's switch over to the treble. So the low end seems to be the same and same as the mid-range, but it just adds a little bit extra sparkle on the top end, hence the word treble. Back to natural. So now I'm going to turn up the boost halfway and hear how it sounds. So it sounds like everything just went up. There's no extra spike on any frequencies. Middle. Almost sounds like I'm in a bridge position, even though I'm in a neck pickup right now. Got that nice honky mid-range just poking out, hence the name again. Treble. You can definitely hear that the top strings ringing out a little bit more now. As to the natural, hear that the top, the thinner strings more. Cool. All right, so let's turn it up all the way. Natural. So bypass with boom, middle, treble. So at this point, if you turn up the boost all the way up, it will overdrive anything in front of it. So right now, even though it's set clean on the silk drive, it is turning into overdrive. With a quite amount of level boost. Okay, cool. So now I switched over to the Les Paul and to the Mystic Edge, setting it nice and crunchy. And let's see how the Power Burst sound with it. So boost at 0, natural. So obviously kind of lifts up a little bit, adding a little bit more gain. It adds a little bit more of a presence. And because the sound is already overdriven, you don't really hear much of that volume boost. Middle. Natural. Middle. Oh yeah, I really hear that mid-range poking out nicely. So if you really want your notes to poke out nicely through the mix, definitely set it to the middle mode. You know, sometimes the sounds that you hear by itself may not be the greatest, but when you hear it in the mix, it might be the perfect tone. And I would consider this one of those because it doesn't have enough low end to get in the way with other instruments like the bass or anything like that. And it's got that mid-range that will just seep through every little cracks in the audio frequencies, and it'll definitely cut through that as well. All right, let's switch over to the treble mode. That was your natural. Yeah, that's a lot of top end. A little too much for my taste personally, so I would just say I'll stick to the neck position if I was using it in this context. Because I love how full it sounds, but sometimes it lacks a little bit of that top end when you're in the crunch mode. So having that treble boost really adds nice sparkle and clarity now. As to the natural, so that's pretty cool. All right, let's switch over to the natural halfway and hear how that sounds once again. Oh yeah, and then to the treble. Nice. So if you prefer playing the neck position on your guitar while you're soloing, but you want a little bit more of the clarity or just that little boost on the top end, the treble boost on this side is really, really cool and useful. Got that nice, you can still retain that nice throaty sound of the neck. But if you're in a natural mode, you kind of, the top end disappears a little. Yeah, you hear that? That top end? So I really like how throaty and like just meaty the sound is, but you can still hear the top end clarity. Almost like a mini humbucker sound to it, in a way. All right, turn it all the way up, and hear how that sounds. Now I could chug on a mistake. Middle. Oh yeah, it really brings out that nice AC 30. super creamy tone. I love it. Okay, so let's switch over to the treble side. Yeah, way more clarity. Nice. So I really love the simple layout, having a single knob that adjusts the boost, and then the 3 modes that I could choose from: treble, natural, or middle. So when I'm in a hurry, I could just easily adjust that depending on what guitars or what kind of sound that I'm using. So for example, if I'm playing a single coil guitar, which tends to be a little bit more on the treblier side, especially when you're in the bridge pickup, I wouldn't really go to the treble side. I'll go either the natural or the middle. But if I'm plugging into something like a Les Paul or with humbuckers, I'll probably shy away from the natural. I'll probably go into either treble or middle and just kind of adjust from there. So basically you have to worry about 2 things: what frequencies you want to boost and how much, which is really easy in one of those set and forget it kind of pedals. So I really love how simple and clear and effective it is. For more information, please visit voxamps.com. Thanks.